Hey everyone. Thinking about EDU IN as your learning platform.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of buzz.
We found this one review,
Uh-oh.
and it sounds like the reviewer is like head over heels.
Love at first sight for an LMS.
Pretty much. But we're gonna, look past all the hype.
Get beyond the honeymoon phase.
Exactly. See if it lives up to the hype. I mean, it could be the real deal.
We'll be your voice of reason.
That's right. We'll break it all down. The features, the usability, the value.
All the things you need to know to make that decision.
And this review was from someone who's, well, they've seen a lot of LMSs.
A seasoned pro.
Yeah. So when they get this excited, it's worth a closer look.
Experience does give you a different perspective.
So one of the things that really grabbed their attention was EDU IN being this all-in-one platform.
One-stop shop.
Right, like one fee, $550, and you're done. Website, content, all of it.
No more juggling a bunch of different services, huh?
Sounds pretty tempting, especially if you're just getting started.
Yeah, there is something to be said for simplicity. And that upfront cost is, well, it's appealing.
Right.
But you are putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak.
Meeting.
Well, what if you outgrow the platform? Or what if it doesn't adapt to, new technologies?
So like you're locked in.
You're committed, so you got to make sure it's the right fit for the long haul.
It's like those phone plans, The bundle seems great, but then...
You realize you need more data.
Exactly.
So think long term.
Okay, good advice. Now, the reviewer raved about the look of the website.
The theme.
Yeah, they said it was so easy to make it look professional.
Well, first impressions matter, right?
And they said you don't even need, like, design skills.
That's a plus for a lot of people. But visuals are subjective. What one person loves another might find, well, boring.
So it's about taste.
Exactly. And EDU IN seems to have a specific aesthetic. It's polished for sure, but maybe not for everyone.
So check out the demos.
Yeah, see if it fits your style.
Now, the reviewer also had a really positive experience with the page builder.
Oh, those can be tricky.
They said they've used some that were just, nightmares.
Clunky interfaces, too many options.
It makes you want to give up.
So what was different about EDU INs?
They specifically mentioned drag and drop. Apparently, it was super intuitive.
Drag and drop is a game changer, especially if you don't know how to code.
Right. No need to get bogged down in the tech stuff.
Exactly. The technology should work for you.
Right. And speaking of ease of use, the reviewer had a ton of material to add.
What's content?
Yeah, and they said EDU IN made it, like, really easy to manage it all.
Oh, content management can make or break a platform. A good system needs to make it easy to, keep everything organized and up to date.
They didn't go into a ton of detail, but they did say it was smooth.
Smooth is good.
They were also really excited about the video integration.
That's essential these days.
They were doing this project with video lessons.
So how'd EDU IN handle it?
They were super impressed. Said it was seamless to embed videos.
From different sources.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, everyone's using video for learning these days.
It's how people learn.
Oh, and the reviewer, get this, they called the quiz and test features a miracle.
High praise.
They were all about that automated grading.
That can be a lifesaver for teachers. And the students, they loved the instant feedback.
So everyone's happy.
Sounds like it. But it makes you wonder, what kind of quizzes can you actually create? Are they basic multiple choice, or can you get more complex?
Right. Like, do they actually test understanding, not just memorization?
Good point. We'll have to dig into that. Now, what about collaborative learning? Did the reviewer mention anything about that?
Yeah, they used EDU IN for a corporate training program.
Okay, interesting.
And they said it was fantastic for group work and discussions. Like, people were actually engaged.
That's the goal, right. A lot of platforms have the tools, for forums and group projects, but it's another thing to actually create a space where people want to collaborate.
Where it feels, like, natural.
Exactly. It should feel like a community.
Oh, and they briefly mentioned private messaging, too, which they liked for, direct communication.
Built-in messaging can be handy, but sometimes you need something more robust, or you have privacy concerns.
So, depends on your needs.
Always does. Now, what about that money-back guarantee? The reviewer mentioned it, right?
Yeah, 60 days, full refund.
No risk.
Well, almost. There's a $150 fee.
For what?
Domain and setup, I think.
So there's still a little bit of a commitment.
Right. It's not just the money either.
There's the time you invest in learning the platform.
So you can't just jump in and out willy-nilly.
Exactly. And this brings up a really important point.
Ooh, I like where this is going. Tell
Yep.
me more.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new platform, all the features and stuff.
Right. But we have to remember what really matters.
Exactly. It's not just about the bells and whistles.
It's about whether people actually learn.
Yeah, the reviewer loved those quizzes, but as we said,
Quality over quantity.
think about it. A platform could make it super easy to make, I don't know, basic multiple choice quizzes.
But what if you want something more challenging?
Right. What if you want to assess, critical thinking or problem solving?
So the platform needs to be flexible.
And that brings up another point. We can't just rely on one review, right?
We need more perspectives.
Exactly. And when you look around, you do find, well, a mix of opinions.
Some people aren't as impressed with EDU IN.
Some users say the customization is limited.
Meaning?
Well, those pre-designed themes and templates, some people find them restricting.
So if you're someone who really wants to, brand your courses,
Make them unique.
EDU IN might not be the best fit.
Exactly. And then there's the customer support.
Oh, that's crucial.
Some users have complained about slow response times.
And not enough, personalized help.
Right. So you got to factor that in.
Okay, so what if someone's listening and thinking EDUing in sounds good, but, they want to explore other options?
There are definitely alternatives worth considering.
Like what?
Well, if you like that all-in-one approach, Thinkific is a popular choice.
I've heard of that one.
It's very user-friendly, and it has great marketing tools.
So if you're also trying to, promote your courses.
Exactly. Build your audience.
Now, what about if someone wants more control, more customization?
Then Moodle might be a good fit.
Moodle?
Yeah, it's open source, so you can really tweak it to your liking.
Sounds a bit more technical.
It is. It's popular with universities and, larger organizations.
But maybe not for beginners?
Probably not, unless you're, tech savvy. Now, if you're all about those visually stunning courses.
Ooh, tell me more.
Articulate Rise 360.
Articulate Rise 360.
That's the one. Really sleek interface.
And it makes your courses look amazing.
Yeah, really engaging content. It might not have all the features of some other platforms.
Like the marketing stuff?
Right. But if your priority is beautiful courses, Articulate is worth checking out.
So many options.
And that's why research is so important.
Don't just jump into the first one you see.
Think about your needs, your priorities. What are your must-haves? What can you live without?
And don't forget,
Try before you buy.
most platforms have free trials.
Take advantage of those. Play around with the features. Get a feel for it.
See if it clicks.
Exactly. Okay, so we've talked about EDU IN's pros and cons.
We've looked at some alternatives.
But there's one more thing.
Another twist.
It's about what makes a learning experience truly exceptional.
Okay, I'm listening. What makes a learning experience truly exceptional? It's a good question.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the tech stuff.
But we have to, step.
Think about the best learning experiences you've had.
Like in any setting. A course, a workshop.
Even just learning something on your own.
What made those experiences special?
What made them stick with you?
For me, it's connection. Feeling like the instructor or whoever is leading, they actually care.
Yeah, they're invested in your success.
And also feeling connected to other learners.
Like you're part of a community.
Exactly. Where you can share ideas, support each other.
It's about feeling seen, heard, valued, feeling safe to, take risks, make mistakes.
That's a great way to put it.
Technology can help with that, but it can't, create those connections by itself.
So the LMS is important, but it's just one piece.
It's a tool, like a beautifully designed kitchen.
Okay, I like that analogy.
You have all the fancy equipment, but you still need a chef.
To make the magic happen.
Exactly.
Okay.
The LMS provides the framework, the features, but it's the people who bring it to life.
The educators, the facilitators, the learners.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into EDU IN,
What's the main takeaway?
don't get lost in the features. Choose a platform that aligns with, your specific needs and goals.
And remember the human element.
That's what makes all the difference.
So if EDU IN feels like the right fit for you, go for it. But if you're still not sure,
Keep exploring, keep asking questions,
and trust your gut.
because it's about the learning, not the technology.
Well said. That's all for our deep dive into EDU IN. Happy learning, everyone.